if you look right here, you see how your airplane is right above?
Yes.
So if you let the nose drop just a little bit, you see how that corrects?
There we go, okay.
And so like right here, now you're gonna dip a little bit, probably. There you go, there you go, there you go, good. Now let's just roll into a nice turn to the right.
Okay, can you help me with that?
Yep, and I'll just help you with it. Okay, so I'm gonna get us level first, and then we'll just do a nice turn here.
Okay.
And you see how we're just kind of...
Oh, yeah. See, there's what I was a little bit nervous, like, I'm going to let you take the control.
Okay, I've got the plane, yep.
Little nervous to know how far to let this guy dip.
Yeah.
But, so when you're turning right, it's more about watching this go, how am I wanting to say that? It's almost like this is my wing, right? This is supposed to be my
that's
wing.
like a little airplane right there.
Gotcha, okay,
yep.
Sorry. A little slow to that.
So, yeah.
That's my nose and my wings, okay.
Yep, and so, like if we wanted to turn left here.
Let that wing go, there you go. Okay.
And a lot of times I'll give a little bit of back pressure, but with this airplane, you pretty much just think about back pressure. And then you're...
It's almost like it does it for you if you don't have to do too much.
It's a very, very stable aircraft like that. I'm gonna pull power back just a little bit here because we're zooming around a little faster than we need to. So you're doing about 111, 112 knots a second ago. And okay, so now is a good time to kind of get your reference, see where you're at.
Okay.
And if you look on this map here, you see KCLS.
Okay.
That's the airport. That's our airport identifier.
Okay, so we're to the right of it.
Yep. And those green blocks are just rain clouds. And we can turn those off if it's too messy for you.
No, that's cool.
So, and you see how little input you really have to give it. It's just kind of...
It's very slight, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. From if we're right, we just passed the airport, then this is kind of the top of, this wouldn't be like out by Seminary Hill, right? We're too far.
Too far out for that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. So we're looping around kind of how we did before, just because this is where we've got good sealing
and there's the steam plant.
Yep, and there's the steam plant. So we know if that's the steam plant and that's, you know, further into East Lewis County, we know that that's going to be where the I-5 is and all of that. So for navigation purposes,
where we're at.
Yep. And I don't consider that a cloud, but we're just going to have some fun. I can see through it.
We're going to go through the cloud. We're going to feel it a little bit. A little bit.
Just kind of fun.
Yeah. Wow.
Trying to see if we left a hole in it.
Did we divide it at all?
we just grazed it, so, but...
Oh my gosh. I can't believe how smooth it is, really.
This is a good day.
For a small engine or a small plane.
Chehalis traffic, 048 Mike Delta, departing 34 left traffic, Chehalis.
And so we'll watch for them down there, but... Yeah, it's not always this smooth, but it is nice when it is smooth.
Yeah, it is. Would it just feel like more kind of bumpy pressure, or like
kind
of feel?
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's induced turbulence there. Yep. But you'll get little bumps and bounce in the seat every once in a while. There was one day, it was the most defined transition from smooth air to not smooth air for me, where I was flying out by Mount St. Helens and I was taking a friend of mine out there, and we were flying by the crater, and it was very smooth. And then there's what's called mountain wave, and so you'll get turbulence off the mountain.
Oh my gosh.
And we found the turbulence, and it was quite abrupt.
Wow. Were you in this?
I was in this.
Oh man.
And it was the most harsh transition I've ever had from smooth air to not smooth air.
Wow.
And yeah, but it was one of those things, you know. So I'm going to turn our fuel pump off. We're going to see the fuel pressure drop, and then hopefully it'll come back up. I'm just checking this, because we have an electric and a mechanical, and there we go.
Traffic, 048 Mike.
Trying to make the mechanical one work for us here. We'll see.
34 Chehalis.
There we go.
Wow.
So we have two fuel pumps running, and a lot of times when you first turn off the electric pump, the mechanical, it's like there's a little bit of a pressure difference in there, so it takes a little bit sometimes for it to pick back up. There we go.
Is that where you feel a little bit of the tail piece?
Oh, no, that's actually yaw, so that's just wind pushing it. And we can actually, so if I press on our rudder pedals.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Now this airplane likes to fly very stable.
Yeah.
And fly what we call coordinated. So if you see this little ball right here, and you have one there. So if we induce yaw, see where the ball goes?
Oh my gosh, so it's telling us almost like a level.
It is.
Like we're out of the, okay.
It's saying, hey, now when we turn, that ball sometimes wants to get out of level, and ideally you want it to stay level, and that's what keeps us planted in our seat.
Okay.
So if we were flying all kinds of maneuvers, as long as we have 1G positive in our seat, it's going to feel normal.
Wow.
And it's going to feel level. Now, if we start to get uncoordinated, you know, so if we're flying along and we allow the tail to kind of get out of coordinated condition, then it's going to
start to feel that.
Yeah. Yep.
We're above the clouds.
Yep.
Another picture. A perfect day for this.
This is a really good day for it. Isn't that pretty?
Gorgeous. What is the
Tower Telephone 3518 Whiskey on the go.
What's the typical altitude that
Helicopter
you would
18 Whiskey, report on the down.
So, on a day like this, we're going to just stay below the clouds by a pretty good margin. 3,000 feet and less is usually where I like to do a lot of my flying if I'm not going anywhere. But if I'm going, like yesterday, I was considering going up to Orcas Island.
Oh, yeah.
So for that, you're going to check winds aloft, and you might get a little bit higher than that on your en route. And then as I'm crossing water, for that, I want to be high enough as practical so that I can glide to make it across or back.
Wow, okay.
And so yeah, so it just kind of depends. But once you get above 3,000 feet, then depending on if you're going east or west, you have to adjust your altitude accordingly. So think of it as lanes of traffic in the sky, but layers.
Yeah.
And so, yep. So if we're cruising along, and if I'm at above 3,000 feet, if I'm going east, I need to be odd 1,000 feet, so like 357 plus 500 feet, so 3,500 feet. And what that does is that makes sure that you maintain separation between aircraft. So as we're flying along, we're going to have separation between, you know, us and any other aircraft that are in the air. So where we're going now is kind of up to Puget Sound.
Okay.
So the weather's kind of breaking up enough that we can get up there. And I told your husband that I'd have you back by 11 when we had talked before. So right now we're 10:15.
Helicopter 1
so
whiskey,
as long as you're good.
Whiskey, clear for the option report on the go.
And I switched our radio over to Olympia.
Okay.
And over there I can just barely see the Capitol poking up.
Oh yeah.
And then Olympia Airport is over there in that grassy patch. Do you see it? Kind of just that cloud layer, but then that grassy patch.
Yes, on the far side there. Eyes watering. I'm not emotional.
Oh yeah, sure. No.
Oh.
That reminds me, I've got to get some allergy eye drops on my way home today. I couldn't find them last night, and I was worried that today I'd wake up and look like I had pink eye or something.
Oh, no.
But it was.
Yeah, the allergies have been bad this year.
Yeah. So here you've got a really good view of Olympia over there, the airport.
Wow.
So
yeah.
now they are towered, so so we're monitoring their frequency, right? We're actually on their frequency.
Oh, okay.
So we may hear them in just a little bit.
The blinking of the tower.
Yep. So.
Lincoln Tower, helicopter 8518.
And then with this.
Helicopter 8518 whiskey, roger, upon the downwind for taxiway whiskey.
Report the downwind, taxiway whiskey, 8518 whiskey.
And I'll show you kind of a neat thing with this tool here. So if I click on that airport, again, I'm going to dismiss that. I can click on the airport. Sorry, it's giving me the VORTAC. There we go. There's Olympia Regional. Now I can click on the airport itself.
Oh, wow.
And it'll pull the airport up. And then I can get all their frequencies.
Oh, where?
I can get
their runway.
Their runways.
Oh, wow.
And so it'll show me.
That is too cool. So if you were gonna you were gonna need to land there, you would get in touch with the aircraft controller.
So yep. So there, what I would have to do is get in contact with their tower, and this is class Delta airspace. So there, all I would have to do is just have them acknowledge me. So I would just reach out to them. I'd say Olympia Tower, cruiser November 565 Alpha, approximately, we'll say 4 miles to the east, and transitioning through or whatever, we wanted to say to them. And then they would acknowledge me, and then we would then let them know.
And they tell you, but the difference with a traffic controller, I feel like my mic went off. With the traffic controller, would they tell you what landing strip you had to get into?
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
And so what I like to do as a pilot when I'm getting into that situation, this is something I learned as a student even, is, and you feel that's turbulence. So yeah. And so as a student, I remember learning like, okay, listen to where the other aircraft are coming in, kind of get an idea where they're landing everybody.
Wind 190 at 6.
And then that'll give me an idea of like where to position myself so that when they tell me to land, I can either do a straight in or I can, you know, they'll have it, make it easy for them and make it easy for me. So if they're going to say make right traffic for this runway, then I can set myself up on this side of the runway so I know I'm going to make right traffic for it. Yep.
Good. Wow.
We're kind of between layers right here. And I'll show you kind of a cool thing that this aircraft can do too. Okay, so I just hit autopilot.
Oh my gosh.
And now our autopilot is set. And like if I wanted to change our altitude at all, I can click here and I can set our altitude. So we'll just set it 2200. And then the aircraft should just go ahead and hold 2200. Although it doesn't look like it engaged my altitude. Let me turn altitude on. There we go. So now it'll keep us at 2200.
Crazy.
And then
so autopilot just takes over.
Yep. And then if we wanted to turn,
no way.
Lobby Tower, helicopter 8518 Whiskey is on the go.
That is.
Helicopter 18 Whiskey, Roger, for on the downwind.
Yeah, reporting the downwind, 8518 Whiskey.
and it'll just do a nice gentle turn for us.
Oh my gosh. Got it nice and even there.
Yep.
Autopilot is doing this whole thing.
But right now autopilot is controlling it. Yep.
That's so amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm getting the wings in there too. That's cool. Or not the wings, the propeller.
Oh yeah.
That.